The Paradox of Emptiness and Fulfillment, a Mystical Journey. In the ancient valleys where mountains cast long shadows and rivers carve their patient stories into stone, a truth has been whispered through generations. What appears as emptiness often holds the greatest fullness, and what seems abundant can house the deepest poverty. This paradox lies at the heart of wisdom traditions across cultures, speaking to a fundamental mystery of human existence that transcends the boundaries of time and place. The clear, empty mind. Consider the sage who sits in stillness, their mind like a polished mirror reflecting the world without attachment. This emptiness is not vacancy but possibility, a vast open space where reality can be perceived without the distortions of desire, fear, and conditioning. The Japanese Zen tradition speaks of mushin, the no-mind state, where action flows from intuitive wisdom rather than calculated thought. The sage does not decide what to do. Rather, they allow their nature to manifest appropriate action in each moment. In the Taoist text of the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu observes, "The usefulness of a pot comes from its emptiness." It is precisely because the vessel is hollow that it can receive and hold water. Similarly, it is the sage's empty mind that allows them to contain the vastness of experience without being overwhelmed. They have carved away preconceptions, expectations, and rigid knowledge to reveal the spaciousness that was always present. The burden of knowledge. The fool, by contrast, carries a heavy load. Their mind is filled with facts, opinions, strategies, and certainties, each piled atop another in a towering monument to intellect. Yet this monument casts a shadow, obscuring direct perception. The fool believes they choose their path, but in truth, their choices are predetermined by the very knowledge they have accumulated. They cannot see beyond the boundaries of what they already know. Knowledge without wisdom becomes a labyrinth in which the fool wanders endlessly, convinced they are making progress. Each turn seems to offer a new vista, a fresh choice, another opportunity. Yet the labyrinth itself, constructed from their accumulated knowledge, ensures they remain trapped within its walls. The illusion of choice becomes the very thing that prevents true freedom. As the Sufi mystic Rumi cautioned, "Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment." For it is only when we acknowledge the limitations of our knowing that we can begin to glimpse what lies beyond. The wealth of emptiness. The wise one lives simply, yet experiences abundance in every moment. Having released the need to acquire and possess, they discover that the world offers its gifts freely to those who approach with open hands. A single flower becomes a universe of beauty. A breath of wind carries messages from distant realms. Silence reveals its eloquence to the attentive ear. This apparent paradox, that having less leads to experiencing more, appears throughout mystical traditions. The desert fathers withdrew from society not to escape the world, but to encounter it more directly. Buddhist monks relinquish possessions not as punishment, but as liberation. Franciscan friars embrace Lady Poverty not from asceticism alone, but because they recognize her as the gateway to authentic wealth. The wise one's joy emerges not from what they have acquired, but from what they have released. Each letting go creates space for the infinite to enter. Each surrender becomes an invitation to grace. The poverty of accumulation. The fool's tragedy lies in mistaking quantity for quality, accumulation for fulfillment. Like a traveler dying of thirst while carrying a heavy sack of gold, they prioritize what glitters over what sustains. Their wealth becomes a burden that must be protected, managed, increased, a source of anxiety rather than joy. The more the fool acquires, the more they fear loss. The more they possess, the more they worry about what they do not yet have. Each new possession reveals another lack. Each achievement unveils another goal not yet reached. The horizon of satisfaction continuously recedes before them, ensuring they can never arrive at contentment. As the Bhagavad Gita teaches, to the illumined man or woman, a clod of dirt, a stone, and gold are the same. The fool cannot comprehend this equivalence because they remain trapped in the illusion of inherent value, unable to see that worth is assigned rather than intrinsic. The circle of return. The mystical journey often follows a circular path. We begin in innocence, move through knowledge, and ideally return to wisdom, which appears outwardly similar to innocence but contains the depth of experience. The sage resembles the child in spontaneity and wonder, yet their simplicity is informed by profound understanding. This circle represents the soul's journey from unity through separation and back to unity again. We depart from the garden of direct perception, wander through the desert of conceptual knowledge, and if we are fortunate, return to the garden, now able to appreciate its beauty with eyes that have seen its opposite. The Hindu tradition speaks of this as the movement from Sat Chit Ananda, being consciousness bliss, through Maya, illusion, and back to recognition of our true nature. The Christian mystical tradition describes it as the return to Eden through the transformative experience of exile. The paradox resolved. In the deepest mystical vision, the apparent contradiction between the sage and the fool dissolves. We recognize that both emptiness and form, wisdom and knowledge, simplicity and abundance are aspects of a greater whole that transcends but includes them. The sage's empty mind does not negate knowledge, but transforms it from a rigid structure into a fluid resource. The sage's contentment with little does not reject abundance but redefines it as qualitative rather than quantitative. The sage's natural action does not eliminate choice but elevates it from the personal to the universal. In this resolution of paradox, we glimpse the ultimate mystery, that the universe is simultaneously empty and full, singular and diverse, still and in motion. Our human tendency to separate these aspects creates the very suffering from which wisdom traditions offer liberation. As the Heart Sutra proclaims, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. When we penetrate this truth not intellectually but experientially, we find ourselves standing exactly where we have always been. Yet, everything has changed. The ordinary world reveals itself as miraculous, and the sage and fool are recognized as reflections of our own being. In this recognition lies the culmination of the mystical journey, not an escape from reality, but a profound embrace of it in all its paradoxical glory.